Okay, what if I told you that pretty much everything you've ever learned about getting rich is, well, wrong? You know, the whole save 10%, invest in stocks, and grind it out for 40 years plan. Today, we are cracking open MJ DeMarco's The Millionaire Fastlane, a book that basically throws a grenade at all that conventional wisdom. So buckle up, because this might just flip your entire financial world on its head. So let's just jump right in with a pretty tough question. Is the whole get rich slow strategy just a sucker's trade? I mean, really think about it. The plan is to trade away the best years of your life, pinch every penny, and put all your faith in the stock market, all for a retirement that you might be too old and worn out to even enjoy. It's a plan that runs on pure hope with almost zero control. And this right here, this nails the difference. In the slow lane, you're just a passenger in the car. You're hoping your job, the economy, the market, you're hoping they drive you somewhere nice. But in the fast lane, you're the one behind the wheel. You're not just along for the ride, you are the one charting the entire course. All right, so first, let's just tear down what DeMarco calls the get rich slow lie. The problem at its core is actually super simple. When your income is tied directly to your time, you've put a speed limit on your wealth. There are only so many hours in a day, right? You're basically stuck in first gear, forever. I'm guessing this path looks pretty familiar. It's the story we've all been sold. Sacrifice now, save a little, invest, and just wait. But what's the real price you're paying? It's your time, your freedom, your youth. And the outcome isn't even guaranteed. Your whole future is chained to a company that could lay you off tomorrow and a market that could tank without warning. And man, DeMarco does not pull any punches with this quote. A slow laner is basically living a life of saying no. No to that trip, no to that experience, no to that dream, all in the hope that maybe, just maybe, in 30 or 40 years you'll get to say yes. You're trading your best years for a lottery ticket. You gotta ask yourself, is that a trade you're really willing to make? Okay, so if the slow lane is basically a trap, what are the other options? Well, the book lays out three totally distinct financial roadmaps. And as we go through them, I want you to be honest with yourself and ask, which one of these sounds like me right now? Are you on the sidewalk, the slow lane, or are you in the fast lane? First up, we've got the sidewalk. This is the path of pure instant gratification. It's that I want it and I want it now kind of thinking. Your paycheck hits your account and poof, it's gone. Often with a little extra debt tacked on. The math here is scary simple, and it's a one-way street to being broke. Then we have the slow lane. This is the one society preaches as the smart and responsible choice. You know, you trade your freedom today for a promise of security tomorrow. Your wealth equation is totally dependent on your job, plus whatever the market feels like doing. You're just hoping that compound interest works its magic, but that takes decades. The best case scenario, you're rich when you're 65, and your best years are in the rearview mirror. And finally, we get to the fast lane. And this is a total paradigm shift. It's not about saving your way to wealth. It's about building your way to wealth. The whole goal is to create systems that generate income. So the destination isn't just being rich, it's having wealth and freedom while you're young enough to actually enjoy it. And look at that equation. It's all about net profit and asset value. Your job isn't even part of it. You're not the one working for money. You build things that work for you. So how in the world do you even get on this fast lane? Where's the entrance ramp? Well, it's not some secret business hack or a lucky break. It's a deep, fundamental shift in how you see the world. You have to stop thinking like everyone else, like a consumer, and start thinking like a producer. And here it is, the absolute core of that shift. You have to stop focusing on what you want to buy with your money. Money, real wealth, flows to people who solve other people's problems. So the most powerful question you can ask isn't, what shiny new thing do I want? It's, what problem exists that I can solve for a lot of people? This slide just lays it out so perfectly. A consumer walks through the world asking, what can I buy? Where can I spend my money? A producer walks through the very same world and asks, what can I build? What value can I create that people would gladly pay for? One of those mindsets drains your bank account. The other one builds an empire. Okay, so once you've made that mental switch to being a producer, you can actually start planting the seeds of wealth. DeMarco has this great metaphor for it. He calls it building your money tree. So let's get into the actual actionable blueprint for how you grow one. So think about a money tree like this. You put in a ton of work up front. You're digging the hole, planting the seed, watering it every single day. It's hard work. But eventually, that tree gets big enough and strong enough to produce fruit all on its own, whether you show up or not.
That is the essence of a Fastlane business. It's a system that completely separates your income from your time. And that is the definition of real freedom. But hold on, not just any business idea is a money tree. To figure out if your idea has real Fastlane potential, you have to test it. DeMarco calls it the sense framework. First up, C is for control. Are you in the driver's seat, or can someone else change the rules on you overnight? E is for entry. Is this so easy to start that everyone and their brother will be copying you next week? N is for need. Does your idea actually solve a real problem or fill a genuine need in the marketplace? T is for time. Can this business eventually make money for you while you sleep? And finally, S is for scale. Can this thing get massive? Can it reach millions of people, or can you sell it for a very high price? If your idea fails this test, it's probably not a Fastlane business. So what do these money trees actually look like in the real world? Well, here are 5 great examples of business seedlings. You've got rental systems, think real estate or even licensing your own creations. You've got computer and software systems, like a popular app or a software as a service business. There are content systems, like writing a best-selling book or creating a YouTube channel. You can build distribution systems, like using Amazon FBA to sell products globally. Or you can create human resource systems, which is just a fancy way of saying you hire a great team to run your business for you. All right, now we're getting to the big one. This is the secret sauce. This is the one law that separates a little side hustle from a massive wealth-generating machine. It's called the law of affection. And the concept is so simple, but it is incredibly profound. You want to make millions of dollars? Then you have to find a way to positively affect millions of lives. It's that direct. Your bank account is basically a reflection of the value and impact you provide to the world. So how do you create that kind of massive impact? Well, you've really got 2 levers you can pull: scale or magnitude. You can go for scale, where you sell something with a small profit margin to a massive number of people. Think about a $2 bottle of Coke. Or you can go for magnitude, where you sell something with a huge profit margin to a much smaller group of people. Think about a $300,000 Lamborghini. Either path can get you to $1 million and beyond. And this quote just ties it all together perfectly. Scale creates millionaires. Magnitude creates millionaires. But when you combine scale times magnitude, that's how you create billionaires. Think about Apple. They sell a high-priced iPhone, that's magnitude, to hundreds of millions of people all over the world, that's scale. The result? One of the most valuable companies in history. Now, before you run out and quit your day job, there's one last really crucial thing we need to understand. The Fastlane is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a build wealth process. As the book says, building wealth is a process, not an event. Every single overnight success you've ever heard of is built on a foundation of years and years of work, struggle, and failure that nobody ever saw. And this brings us to what might be the most important distinction in this entire book. Get rich easy is always a lie. It's a scam. It doesn't exist. But get rich quick, well, that's a process. The Fastlane makes it possible to build incredible wealth in 5 or 10 years instead of 50, but it's going to demand an insane amount of work, dedication, and sacrifice. It's fast, but it is anything but easy. So, as we wrap this up, the real question isn't just which lane are you in today, it's which lane are you choosing to be in tomorrow. Are you gonna keep hitchhiking in the slow lane, just hoping you end up somewhere good? Or are you finally ready to grab the steering wheel, build something that matters, and start driving for yourself in the fast lane? Ultimately, that choice is yours.